You good?
I'm John, guy behind the camera is Chance, and today we're going to show you how to properly set the maximum system, or the maximum flow rate and the working pressure on a pressure compensating pump. So the first thing, we're going to turn it on. You see here we start getting flow. You're going to adjust this knob here. Set it to the maximum flow rate that you need for your particular system. For us, we're going to set it here at 5 GPM. The next step would be to set our pressure relief valve, and you're going to want to do that at 200 PSI, about 200 to 300 PSI more than the system pressure. So say we want to set our pressure for our circuit at 500 PSI, we're going to set our pressure relief valve at 700 PSI. This particular pump doesn't have a pressure relief valve, so basically just an imaginary setup. So we're going to pretend it's already set up 200 PSI above our working system pressure. And now we're going to move on to set our circuit pressure. We're going to kick the pump on. We now have flow going through the circuit.
Gotta be deadheaded. Deadheaded?
What?
No, set that. Gotta be deadheaded.
Alright, I'm moving on to that.
Oh, sorry.
Our circuit's got to be deadheaded. It is up here at our control valve. Our fluid's running through the lines, but it's deadheaded up there. Now to set this pressure, now that our flow is going, we're going to hold in this button here. We're going to see the pressure on the gauge move, and we're going to move our dial here to set our system pressure. Go ahead and dial that into 500 PSI. I can let go. Our system pressure is set. Another thing about this particular pump, we turn this off here. When you're setting your flow rate on your dial here, you can feel as you move our dial back and forth, it becomes easier to move as you open it because you're basically expanding the volume of the pump, and the pressure inside the pump is working on this screw here. The more you turn it in, the harder it's going to get because you're pushing the internal cam gear tighter against the fluid, so you're basically working against the pressure that's inside this pump. Just a little tidbit. Move on. You'll see our particular setup here has a pressure reducing valve. For this particular video and what we're trying to do, it's almost irrelevant, but it's in the circuit. Moving on.
Take that. I'm gonna reset that.
How you doing?
I'm gonna reset the flow rate.
See how hard it is to turn in?
Pump back.
We have flow. That's set at 300. Now we have everything set up. Turn the solenoid on to forward, and we have our pump rotation. So a couple things you can do with this, and go with the math, which is the fun part. All right, so let's say you want to find out the displacement of this particular setup, the circuit. What you need to know is the RPM of the motor, which we know by the nameplate. The motor RPM 1755. Okay. With the equation, that RPMs equals flow rate multiplied by 231 cubic inches, which is how many inches are in 1 gallon, divided by displacement. So if you do the math, I'm going to shut this off. It's too noisy. Do the math. So RPM equals flow rate multiplied by 231 cubic inches divided by displacement. So in order to do this, we're going to move the displacement over here. We're going to multiply the displacement by both sides, so everything will cross out. That crosses out, it crosses out. So now we have displacement multiplied by RPM equals flow rate multiplied by 231. Now I want to get RPM over to the other side, so I'm going to divide RPM by both sides. Now, if I made it more neater, it would be better. RPM
displacement multiplied by RPM equals Q. 231 is cubic inches divided by RPM. So these will cancel out. So now we're left over with this displacement equals flow rate, multiplied by that divided by RPM. And when we come up with the answer, when you put all the stuff in here, flow rate was 231, like I said, cubic inches, and the RPM was 1755. Now I already kind of pre-did it, if I can find my sheet. You come out with a displacement of 0.526 cubic inches per revolution. Now, in order for you to figure out torque, you would need to know the placement, you would need to know pressure and displacement, and that's another formula which we can show. So, in order to figure out torque is equal to pressure inlet multiplied by displacement divided by 6.28, which is 2 pi. So pressure inlet was 300 because that's what we had our pressure reducing valve set at. Displacement was 0.526 multiplied by 6.28. And that answer comes out to be torque is 25.3 inch-pounds. All right, so that motor is producing 25.13 inch-pounds. So what you could do now is if you really want to check your pressure, you could re-go through the figures one more time and backtrack, make sure everything lines up. So you can almost take your pressure would equal out to your torque multiplied by 2 pi divided by displacement. And that one, if you do it all right, do it correctly, that's inch-pounds multiplied by 6.28 divided by 0.526, you come out, I don't know, I'm using my phone for this. Oh, we got 25.13 multiplied by 6.28. 6.28 divided by 0.526 comes out just over 300, which is where our pressure is working. So there you have it. We have our pressure compensated variable displacement pump and a circuit and the math that can go with it. So thanks for watching. Any comments, please send them to either me or Don or John.